Hey guys, welcome back. What you just saw me do there is crimp a connector or lug at the end of a battery cable for your lawn tractor. So some people have asked me this in previous videos and they wanted to know how they can do this inexpensively without buying crazy expensive tools that they might just use once or twice a year. So I've got the perfect answer for this. I've got a set of lugs here with the tools that I'll be showing you. I did get those from Temu. They're inexpensive, $40 for each kit, and I'll show you how to use them. So here's a set of battery lugs, or cable lugs, whatever you want to call them. These are under 10 bucks on Temu, sometimes cheaper with the app. And I've got this set here. It comes with the cutter, the crimper, and it also comes with more lugs and some heat shrink. Now this one's red in color. I only ordered one set, but I ended up getting two. They are the same set, just different colors. So depending on what color you want, you can just kind of choose. There's also another tool here that you basically just put your cable in here with the lug, hit it with a hammer and it crimps it. So I'll be showing this in today's video. They're easy to use, they're inexpensive, and I think you'll be happy with them. I've been using them for a while here. So I have put all the links in the video description to all these products you see here today. There is free shipping on Temu, and if you use the app on your phone, it's easier to get discounts, and I've noticed sometimes you can save up to 50% or more. It all depends on the sale of that day. Anyway, let's get in the video. I've got some cables here that I often use on lawn tractors. And this is what I'll be showing you how to put crimps or lugs at the end of these cables. So today I'll be using the red set, and again, they're both the same. So I got this extra set here. This has 60 pieces in here. It's handy to have around. And one came with the set here as I showed. There's all different sizes, different gauges for your cables as well. So let's get started here. I will start with this cable here. It's a little bigger than your average lawn tractor, so you might have this size of cable here on a machine that's a little bigger. And I think this red cable here is a 6 gauge. So what I do first is I just grab my X-Acto knife here and I peel off a bit of the insulation here. You don't need to take off too much, maybe just ½ an inch or something like that. So you'll notice in the kits here, there's different sizes of lugs, and also for the cable here. What I try to do is get the lug that fits the tightest over the wire, just like that. And I'll be using this crimper to do that. And you can go at the top here, where all the dies are, and set it to the proper gauge. So you push here, and you just spin this around till you get the right gauge. And today I'll go with the 10 gauge here, just like that. And now what you want to do is put your lug right in there, and then you just squeeze it. And there you go. It's nice and tight on there. If you want to, you can grab a piece of the shrink tubing here, put it over the cable, and with a heat gun you can just shrink it. And now, even though you're not using professional tools, your result does look professional. And now I'm going to show you how well these cutters cut. They're just amazing. So if you need to cut your cable in one swoop, and it's easy, and it's a clean cut, it's not all frayed. And again, I'll just cut off about ½ an inch of the insulation here, and I'm going to show you how to put a lug. Just insert it over the wire, and again, as I mentioned, I always like to use the tightest one. And here's a close look at this crimper here. Wear your safety glasses when you use this. So basically all you have to do with the back little pin here is pull it up, stick your lug in there with the cable, hit it once or twice with your hammer, and you've got a crimp. So I'll pop this up, stick it in there, And this is how you kind of want to put it in there. And now with your hammer, give it a shot or two. And it's crimped pretty tight. It's not going to come out. You could add a bit of solder if you want. You don't have to. Now what I find is this one works better on the bigger cables, and this one here works better on the smaller cables. And I've got a bigger cable here. It's a 4 gauge. So this one came out pretty good. You can also add a bit of solder here if that makes you feel better about it. So what I'll do is I will actually put a bit of solder just to show you how that can be done quite easily. And now I'm just going to put the heat shrink. And you can also use a torch here to shrink the tubing, just don't touch it with the flame. It's actually quicker than the heat gun, but you got to use the torch in a safe area. And again, you'll get a professional look even though you're not using super expensive tools. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Now you don't always have to have the cable in your shop to do this. You can just come outside with your cutters here and the crimper and fix a broken lug on your lawn tractor. So what I'll do here is cut this wire off with this pair of cutters, and then I'll get the right lug and just crimp it on site here. It just saves you from taking the cables off the machine. Some of them are not as easy as this one to access. So by just doing it on the machine, it's a lot quicker, guys. It's that easy. These are just awesome. Okay, so I've trimmed the 1/4 inch off. I'll put the heat shrink here. And this tool will be better for this job here. Now I've got it set at 10 gauge. Now when you do this, make sure that your lug is pushed in all the way. So it's on there pretty tight. You always want to test it before you put it back on the machine. You want to make sure it's not going to pop off with some resistance. So now I'll put the heat shrink tubing here. And I'll use my heat gun because it's a lot safer around equipment. And that's nice and solid on there now. And here are the cables again, just to show you what you can do. It looks very good. And remember, these are copper. It's easy to add a bit of solder if you want to. And again, this was all done with these tools over here. You can buy this entire set for 40 bucks or less. If you have the app on your phone, it's easier to input the discount codes. It's much easier than if you're using a PC. And sometimes I've seen them come on for half price. So it depends on the day and the code. I'll see if Temu can give me some codes for you guys to input when you go to buy these tools. And before I end off the video, I want to show you guys these here. These go on an induction heater. I ordered these, I got them, but I need to save up and buy the induction heater. You can heat up nuts and bolts that are rusted, seized on equipment without using torches. So this set here on Temu was fairly inexpensive. I'll put the link to this one, this set here I mean, as well under the video. However, the tool for this I saw on Temu was around 300 bucks. So eventually I will buy the tool that I can use these and make a video for you guys as well. It's a lot safer than using oxyacetylene around equipment. Anyway, for the price, they're awesome. You can't even buy one of these tools from the tool truck for 40 bucks. And this kit here will do just fine for what most of you guys watching today do for small engine repair. Hopefully my video has helped you. Make sure to check out the links under the video and go on temu.com if you're interested in buying these. Thanks for watching and have a great day.